still hasn't quite got there, has come to the fringes that, well, it's backed off a little bit, but have faith. I think 24 degrees today easily, don't worry. It's Wednesday. Not going to say hump day. Well, I did say hump day, didn't I? Yeah, well, sorry. It's the middle of the week, September 16th, and I'm absolutely elated. And thank you guys for joining us on Facebook Live. And later when you go over to YouTube, you know what to do, don't you? Yeah, sub, thumb, bell, bingo. You got it. Anyway, going to be joined coming out of, well, I kind of think some parts of America now, I've been told Nashville, I've been told Virginia, I've been told Carolina. These guys spread themselves around. They really, really do. We're going to be joined by MercyShine right here at Galaxy. But first of all, let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
Yes, that's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and I'm joined not only by Jason Clark, but Matt Barfield, a.k.a. MercyShine, and, well, you know the band. You've been requesting them. Here, let's kick it off with Curves. Dear, oh dear. So how you feeling, guys? You all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Nice, nice. I really did mean that you might need a stiff drink by the end of this. Believe me, I've actually got some moonshine just behind me.
Well, you,
Hey, Anne-Marie.
We're all going to have fun.
Here are your buddies.
Nice, nice. Well, unfortunately, it's been sitting on the shelf for about a couple of weeks or so now, so it'll be nice and warm instead of should be in the freezer, right?
Well, as Jason said earlier, after you get done talking with us, man, you'll probably end up chugging that thing down in one sitting.
Well, that's good, that's good. I actually received it from a lady you might know, actually. Her name is Michelle Lee.
yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she, well, Teen Time Josie Award winner. Now, I know you guys have been at the Josies just recently. How did you get on this year?
As far as the Josies,
Yeah, how did you go? Did you pick up an award?
unfortunately, this year we didn't. We were up for Duo of the Year, but we didn't win an award, but we won. We're winners either way because we have the greatest fans and a great support group, so either way we win.
Yep, absolutely. I got to agree with you, but you're familiar with the Josies anyway. You've been there, what, about 5 or 6 times now, haven't you?
We went 2019. We were up for Fan Choice of the Year as well as Duo of the Year, and we won Duo of the Year that year, 2019.
That's right, yep. Believe me, we've actually been quite familiar with your work for a little while now here at Galaxy. We have absolutely great little gremlins that get out there in the music world and let us know who's on the move. And so we've followed you for about a year or so now, to be very honest with you. Fascinated, I really am. So let's go live and have some fun.
Hi, Nigel from Perth.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 17 after 11 o'clock, 20 degrees. It's sort of fluctuating around that area right now. And, well, you know, I still think 24 degrees easily today. Let me just do this for you. I hope that's a little bit better for you, Barbara. I really, really do. Of course, the famous Barbara is doing the filming today on Facebook Live. And I've got to thank everybody who's being a part of this today. And when you go over, of course, you know what to do when you get to YouTube, right? Yeah, sub, thumb, bell. Absolutely, you get it. It is 18 after 11 o'clock, and I'm joined by Jason Clark, Matt Barfield, a.k.a. MercyShine. Guys, it is a pleasure to have you. Welcome to Galaxy.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us.
You know, absolutely fascinated with your work. I love your style. I really do. And we couldn't wait to get this interview underway. Now, tell me a little bit about MercyShine. How did you guys meet?
Well, Jason and I, we played in a couple of bands together over the years. And in 2011, I moved to Nashville, Tennessee from Virginia. And fast forward to 2017, he asked if I wanted to cut a country song with him. And I said, sure. And we went to the studio, we cut So Do I. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Absolutely stunning. And believe me, we got that song coming up very shortly. But we kicked the show off with Curves. Now, I got to agree with you. I absolutely love Curves. I really do.
Thank you.
So tell me how you come to the lyrics of that.
Curves, me and Matt, since we were stepping into a new genre, Matt and myself reached out to some songwriters in Nashville, and we were pitched probably like 62 songs, and out of the 62 songs, the EP that you currently have, we narrowed it down to them 5. And as far as the single, the first single was Curves. We released Curves to radio.
Well, I tell you what, we're getting a huge response. Now, when we first started playing this particular music of yours, and believe me, it was an absolute pleasure to do so. We didn't say anything to anybody, we just played the music. Then we got an influx of emails coming in going, who, what, when, where? Tell us more about it. Tell us about MercyShine, when we finally started talking about who was putting the music together. And so the interest is growing exponentially every day. And believe me, we're working our way right on through to That's Where You'll Find Me, because believe me, that is your biggest hit right now. But the title track from your album, MercyShine, tell me how you came to the name. How did you come to MercyShine as a band name?
Go ahead, Matt. I had a friend of mine. He's passed away now. Been unfortunately gone since 2011, and I only found out last year from a mutual friend of ours. He and I had a band together, and he came up with that name. And once that band kind of dissipated, I asked him if I could take that name and use it, and he said sure. And now it just means a lot more to me, knowing that he's no longer here on Earth, but I know he's in a better place.
You know, condolences to you, my friend, and I fully understand. And as I was saying to you just the other day, I had to partake in a little bit of shine myself. Believe me, the first words out of my mouth was mercy as well, so I can fully understand. Believe me, I got tore up from the floor up, I got to be honest. And it is a real product that came out of the Appalachians. It really did. And it came from a very good friend of mine. I'm so happy to partake in it. But I had no idea. You had to put it in the freezer first.
Right.
Yeah. One and believe me, it was a nip glass. Now, she said to me, and I'll be honest with you, she actually had her person go and get it out of the freezer. She goes, you know, miraculously it just appears in there. And I went, of course it does. Yeah, I understand that. She goes, I'll have a swig with you, right? So she pops this thing, whack on back with this thing. So I've got this shot glass full of this product, right? And she goes, sip it. I'm a Kiwi. Alcohol, there is no sip. It's a shot glass. What's a shot glass? Well, you shoot it, right? So I threw this back. Within a couple of minutes, I was neonic, so red you could turn the lights off and I would glow. She's laughing her head off at me. She knew that was going to happen. You know what I mean? Over and above, you see, I don't drink. Yeah, so now I'm looking like this filament. I'm just beaming in every direction. You know, people were getting literally a suntan off me.
True.
I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. So believe me, I'm looking forward to my next shot. It's true. So MercyShine, and believe me, was it a little bit of an ego boost to name the album itself titled MercyShine? Now, how did you decide to do that?
We just went with a self-titled debut album type thing, where we just didn't give the album itself a title. We just worked it off the name itself.
You know something? I fully get it. I really, really do. And I can fully understand, because believe me, great title track. Now, when I get the music, and I got to be honest with you, I have no information about who and what I'm going to be doing, if you know what I mean. Barbara goes through all the process, goes through a board, all that sort of thing. The board is only interested in making sure that it's good for our image. Then it comes to me. I get it on a little device, have no idea anything about it except for the music itself. It Bluetooths into my stereo in my car. Now, two reasons I do that, and I'm going to be honest with you. The first reason is nobody else can influence me on whether or not I want to do the interview. You know what I mean?
Right.
Second reason is nobody wants to drive with me.
Well, that's not good.
Well, no, they kind of think going sideways is not natural.
Now, is this before or after you take the sip?
Yes. So, I know nothing. All I hear is your music. So, believe me, my friends, I pulled the car over, opened up the doors, literally where I was driving at the time, turned up the stereo, and played MercyShine loud, literally. It was the first song I ever heard of yours, so right here at Galaxy, joined by MercyShine themselves, is MercyShine.
Oh, man.
How you feeling, guys? You alright?
We're good. How you feel?
How am I feeling? They let me loose every now and again.
Right. Does she keep you on a short leash or a long leash?
I don't know. But I tell you what, the chains are heavy though.
Ball and chain.
Ball and chain, yeah, absolutely. How's Mark? Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Grant. Good morning, Barbara.
This is MercyShine.
You're on camera. Both of you.
I think they've taken some giggle
Hey, guys.
juice or meeting some Kiwis. Now, we'll take some crazy photos after this so that, well, we'll give you everything, don't forget, but you'll be able to put the photos on your wallpapers on your phone so that you can show your friends and say, hey, listen, it's Kiwis. Not healthy, don't do it. It's true, it's true. Now, I've got a fan question that has come up about how we can get hold of you. So I'm going to talk to you about that, mainly because it's, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But believe me, the fans want to know how to be able to get in touch with you. And it's always nice to be able to chat to a fan from time to time, isn't it?
Hello,
Yeah, we
Dennis.
agree.
Nice. I don't.
Hello, Nigel again.
I don't. I just
Cheryl,
don't.
how are you
I've
doing?
never managed to
Hope your
find the
leg's
time,
better.
to be honest with you.
And Anne-Marie, of course. We love
Anne-Marie?
You know what? We
Yeah.
may not respond back at a very quickly time, but we do stay active with the fans, and if
Yeah.
they go on Facebook and they ask us questions and things like that, man, we try to respond back as quickly as possible.
Oh, look, I have been known to do that, but then afterwards I sober up. And I apologise to anybody that may have received a text from me from any time, anywhere.
No.
I do. That's why people do it for me, literally, I do. I just don't find the time, to be honest.
We've got Nigel from Perth watching.
Nigel from Perth.
He's my son's friend.
He's your son's friend.
Hi, Nigel.
Nice to meet you, Nigel, from Perth. And welcome to Galaxy. It's always nice to have somebody new.
He came last
I
week.
see we got Osaka tuned in as well today, which is really, really cool. It's nice to have Osaka on board.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing better than having a country so close yet so far away joining us for this.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Welcome, Osaka.
I love that idea. I really, really do. 94 cities, 95 cities.
Yes, I've got Lima
Lima.
and no, not Peru, and the States.
Oh, Lima in the States. Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember where he's from.
Galaxy.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is bang on 11:30, 22 degrees. So we're climbing back up again, and have faith, 24 degrees. It's going to happen, it really is. And Wednesday, September 16th, middle of the week. Yeah, you know what I was going to say, don't you? Anyway, we're joined today by MercyShine. Of course, we're talking about the boys themselves, and we're talking Jason Clark, Mark Barfield, aka MercyShine, and it's just an absolute pleasure to be able to catch up with them. Now, Jason and Matt have spent years in the rock arena. They really have, playing shows with some of the biggest names in the industry, like Kiss, Godsmack, Fuel, Saliva, and Deep Purple. You guys aren't old enough to know Deep Purple, are you?
Well, I can lie to you and tell you no, but yeah, I know about Deep Purple.
Yeah, nothing like a bit of smoke, that's for sure, to be very honest with you. Now, having said that, as a fan question, and believe me, we've got fans that want to know this, my friend, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, guys, do you respond?
The quickest.
Yes, we do respond. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and as I said earlier, it may not be a response as quickly as some would like it, but we do eventually get back to them. But yes, we do stay active with our fans, and we let them know what's going on, and if they've got any questions they want to ask us, I mean, we're open books, man. We don't have anything to hide.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't ever say something like that. Believe me, now you're going to get another 5,000 Facebook fans, and you're going to be there busy all day responding. Yeah, believe me, you might need a few drinks after that. But having said that, Jason, is there a website involved here? Do you have a website? And more importantly, do you have a merch store on your website?
The quickest way to get in touch with us to answer that question is yes. And like Matt said, we're on all social media sites. The quickest way is MercyShine.com, which at the current time is we're using as a landing page right now. But it does have all the links. And we do have our merch guy. He is currently working on getting a merch store set up
Well,
to where people purchase merch.
you know something? Now people are going to be expecting it. They really are. They're going to want to buy your products. I mean, my God, it's going to go through the roof here, and your mesh guy is just going to be going ballistic. He's going to go, what the hell?
Well, we would like for him to do that.
Well, with our help, you never know, it might actually happen. Now, tell me about Sledgehammer. Now, this is something, you know, like I'm kind of familiar with the Peter Gabriel kind of Sledgehammer.
No.
This is not it.
No, sir.
Tell me all about it.
Well, it's just, we'll just say this. It's an homage to all the pretty girls out there around the world.
What, you have to hit them with a hammer?
No. We just like to watch them swing those hips like a
Okay, I get it. Believe me, I thought you were using my pickup line.
No.
Gotcha. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, live with MercyShine and Sledgehammer. So how you going, guys? You all right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
we're good.
We're having fun.
I feel sorry for you. I do. These guys over here, that's all old hat and boring and everything like that. So I'm pleased you're having fun. You know what I mean?
Anne-Marie.
But,
we got you.
sorry?
I said we're with you. Hey, what about did y'all ever put on any big shows or events over there that
Well,
Mike could look at?
I was actually going to talk to you next about maybe coming to New Zealand. Now, keeping in mind right now, we are through this COVID virus thing right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So once we get all that done and dusted and the borders are back open again and we can welcome absolutely talented artists, Barbara is the manager of Aurora Entertainments, and she is very talented at bringing bands into the country and setting up shows, stuff like that. So we would love it if you would even entertain the idea of coming to New Zealand and playing in front of New Zealand audiences. We really would.
Oh, absolutely. You guys got a beautiful country, man. You should be proud.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, if you hook up with me, you might need some bail money.
Hey, you know what? That's funny you said that because we were about to tell you the same thing.
No, you bring your own. I'm usually the first one arrested, though. I'm into shenanigans.
Oh, me too.
Right.
Yeah, believe me.
I think
They
that
don't
looks
let me
like
out
that
often
too.
here, but when they do, they make sure that I have a police escort, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Matt's into mischief too.
Matt's into mischief.
That's all right.
Oh, we're going to get arrested together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have a good police service over here.
Yeah, we
See,
do.
we have a really good police service over
Yeah,
here.
we do. They wait for me at the front door.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, the person we're talking to is our IT
Hey, you know
man.
what? I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling all too well.
Nice, Bray. We'll fit in so well. We really, really will. MercyShine, you guys are familiar with Marie?
Yeah, she's online.
Yes, sir.
Well, she's online right now. She's watching you. She calls you the Big Brothers.
Yeah.
Well, is that because
She's
you're
our little
tall?
sister, so to speak.
Is that because you're tall or what?
Well, no, it's I'll say this. You know, the music community is just one big family the way we see it. So if one person in this community goes through something bad, man, we all feel it.
Mm-hmm.
MercyShine is an incredible talent. I mean, that girl has got a voice that most people her age don't have that soon and that quick.
Yeah, that's true.
And one thing I've always told that young lady, if she keeps on doing what she's doing, she's going to shine brighter than all the stars in the universe.
Well, I'll tell you what, Matt, let's go back to the desk, but I fully agree with you and love her mother as well, Amanda.
Yeah. Yeah, Amanda's a sweetheart.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 23 away from 12 o'clock. It is 23 degrees. It's getting closer. Not quite 24, but it's getting there. Way past the weatherman's 19 degrees. Hopeless guy. Can't get it right ever. It is Wednesday, September 16th, of course, the middle of the week, and I'm joined by MercyShine. And, I'm not sure whether these guys know how to take me just yet, but we're getting there. We really, really are. But
Yeah, we're getting.
maybe there's something illegal going on here. He's blacked out the screen over there. You know what's he
Yeah,
doing?
Matt.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. What were you smoking?
Nothing, man. Nothing to see here.
Hey, he was one of them baby's mama's 10 kids has got.
Absolutely.
Mountain men.
Yes.
I would have joined you, but never mind. Seeing you like that. No, okay. Now, guys, you can understand right now that it's a real times. Now, for you guys over there, how's it going with the COVID virus? What have you stopped performing everything like that and started more concentrating on writing music, creating music, and recording?
Yes, sir.
It kind
As a matter of fact, we're going into the studio day after tomorrow to start work on our album, and hopefully we can have it out by November.
Well, I tell you what. Once the album is completed, how would you like to come back and let's promote it?
Absolutely, I would love to.
You guys are sadistic, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
That's a good idea.
Love it. Absolutely love you guys. I really, really do. Now, at the same time, while this is all going on, we're kind of hoping that this COVID virus thing will get over and done and dusted sometime pretty soon because, we love to do concerts. We love to do shows. We love to be able to get Kiwis entertained and bring some artists into the country. Now, you guys, I think, are the calibre that we would like to be able to bring to New Zealand. Would you consider coming to New Zealand?
Yes, we would.
It would be an honor.
Oh my God! I feel sorry for you right now. I do. I up for a challenge or two.
Well, it would give us an opportunity, not to only come to New Zealand
And visit your beautiful country, but just make a whole lot of new friends too, man, and have a good time while we're all down there together.
Yeah, most of them will have handcuffs and be dressed in blue for some reason.
Well,
Whether they're dressed in blue or whether they're in latex, it don't matter, man. If it's your thing, it's your thing.
Well, this is true too, and I'm sorry, but I'll talk to you about the latex thing a little later on. I will. But having said that, my friends, we do have a few things that we do here traditionally with the bands that we bring into the country, and we show them up and down the countryside. Believe me, I'm thinking maybe about 5 shows here in New Zealand, maybe about 8 over in Australia as well. Yeah, you know the relationship we have, Australia and New Zealand?
yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a rugby union thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have the All Blacks, they have no silverware. Ever. 30 years now, empty cabinets full of dust. Yeah, don't feel sorry. Don't feel sorry for them. They deserve it. They do. They're Australian. What can you say? But I do like their money, so we'll go over and do some shows. What do you reckon?
Hey, absolutely.
I
Nice.
like their beer too, so.
Yeah, well, hold on.
Hey, oh, look. That's like
I had an Australian ring me up one day and say to me, Grant, you give us Australians about a stick, don't you? I went, yeah, spell beer. He goes, B-E-A-R, beer.
B-E-A-R.
the only other way they spell it is X.
Look, they don't know how to spell it. They have a drink there with 4 X's on it.
Yeah.
True,
Hey,
check it out.
we got that here in the South in America, man. And they call it moonshine around here.
Exactly. Well, this is just beer. You guys, moonshine over there, what are they branding it now as? Oh, that's right, hand sanitizer. Well, it's true, and it is true. Now, guys, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub.
Oh, what?
Unfortunately, I can't say that I have.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the hoo-hoos that you're familiar with either, by the way.
I figured that.
Yeah, no, this is, you're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, believe me, alcohol will be involved in this, all the way through this, to be honest with you. It's like, well, it's bigger than a caterpillar, actually. It's like a caterpillar on steroids. More like a double-decker bus to a mini. Now, the native people of New Zealand, known as the Maori, they have them as a delicacy. Now, believe me, and we will send you the instructional videos to show you that I'm not pulling your leg. We do this here in New Zealand. I really want a puff of that, my friend, I do.
You made him show. It's not nice.
Where'd you go?
You've killed him in laughter.
I sprung him, I really did. But I want a puff of that. Anyway, the hoo-hoo grub. Now what you do is you put the live body in your mouth, rip off the head, don't eat the head. It's yucky actually. But when you crunch down on the body, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Okay.
Yeah, and believe me, it is a delicacy. It's quite fun. We'll make sure that you get the instructional videos. You'll understand, you know, we do these funny things. Down at the west coast of the South Island, now New Zealand is made up of 3 islands. Right down the bottom, we have Stewart Island. And in fact, it's the only island that really has a name. You know, it got Stewart. Then they run out of, you know, imagination and called the next one South. And the one after that is North. I mean, seriously. I'm into renaming things. So I've got a few ideas for the future folks of New Zealand. Let's rename the South and North Island to something that actually represents a name. Yeah? Like Russell. Yeah.
That's not an island.
And Bob. Well, hey, hold on. Here's one for you, and I want you to think about this. Scientists are discovering new planets every day, more in the Goldilocks zone, you know, habitable planets these days. There is actually, and yesterday they found that there really was life on Venus, right?
Okay.
Now,
400 degrees.
they even name the moons that are associated with certain planets, everything like that. The moon gets a name. Ours is called Moon. I want to rename it.
What are you gonna name it?
Brian.
Brian sounds good.
Yeah, it's Celestial Body Brian. Let's give it a title.
I agree.
Wouldn't that look great on a check?
Who
Yeah.
uses checks?
I mean, if that's the case, then just name it Matt.
Well, you could do that too, but, well, if the moon's going to be named Matt, can Matt explain to me why all the craters are the same depth?
Let's say you went over his head.
Well,
To the moon.
well, here's one for you to think about, Jason. If a car was going at the speed of light and it had its lights on, could it see forward?
No.
Well, okay, let's look at things this way. Space is ever expanding, right?
Okay.
Yeah, what's it expanding into?
Space.
Yeah, more space.
Well, what's before space? What comes next? Now, if you...
Space.
Well, here's one for you. When Kennedy was announcing to the world that they're going to send men to the moon and do the other thing, what the hell was the other thing?
I guess walking on it.
Well, I don't know. I was kind of freaking out thinking that he was getting a little kinky there with Marilyn at the time. So what the hell's the other thing and space got to do with it?
That's a damn good question, man.
You have a listen to his speech. He goes, we're going to the moon and do the other thing. I want to know what the hell the other thing was.
Huh.
And where was Marilyn at the time he was saying that? God only hopes he wasn't behind the pulpit or something like that. That could have been difficult then, couldn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
It could have been.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Maybe at the time Kennedy needed a bit more smoke and a few more beers. You never know.
That's a good segue into that song.
Thank you very much. Tell me all about smoking beers.
Well, I guess the title kind of says itself.
You know what? I think it does as well. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM with my victims today, MercyShine, smoke and beers. How you feeling?
Sprung.
Sprung? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
that's right, I didn't film much.
It's alright, I got a picture.
You got Oh, no.
I didn't film it.
Hey, how many shows does she put together when she does shows? Are they good? Are they big shows or?
Oh, they're fantastic shows
We-
that I put together.
Well, we were thinking maybe about 5 here in New Zealand and about 8 in Australia. Now, we kind of look on average about minimum 5,000 people.
Yeah, we like doing that.
Okay.
Okay. We like to do festivals where we get about 80 to 100,000 people, but that's a little bigger. And we have a guy coming in from England who's breaking into the New Zealand market that's been doing it for about 20 years, not only through England but all the UK right down through into India and places like that. He's coming to New Zealand, and we're looking at specifically putting a show in the North Island and a show in the South Island for artists much like yourself as well, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, here's a good segue into that actually is, have you guys ever been signed?
Yes, we have, but we have, to answer your question, yes. And that's been a while back. We have over the past year been offered 6 or 7 deals, but they're kind of lateral, so we haven't accepted anything.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, I'll tell you what, I might talk to you a little more about that because I actually have a friend in the UK right now that's listening that might want to have a chat to you. Would you mind
Shay's one
if I, well, you know Anne-Marie Shay's signed to Dr. John's surgery over in the UK?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Well, if he's looking after her, he might want to have a chat to you, but we'll talk about that later. What do you reckon?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get through the painful stuff first.
Okay.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined by MercyShine and Smoking Beers. Well, you know, we were talking about the hoo-hoo grub, and they're going to definitely need a bit of refreshment before, possibly during, got to be able to see somebody doing that, and afterwards of taking the hoo-hoo grub. Now, guys, have you ever heard of Queenstown?
No, sir.
Okay, now down the bottom of the South Island, you see where the hoo-hoo grub makes its biggest shining, literally, is a place called Hokitika in the west coast of the South Island, where they have a wild foods festival down there. And well, you're familiar with festivals, kids wandering around, candy floss, hot dogs, stuff like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah, not there. No, you're more likely to see a kid chomping down on a locust on a stick than a hot dog, you know what I mean?
Alright.
Yeah, mountain oysters on the plate and all that sort of stuff. A lot of fun.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I've been there a number of times. In fact, I was brought up a few kilometres up the road from where Hokitika is, and I've been to the festivals and I've met the management, the promoters, everything like that, and I've suggested to them maybe it might be a little more exciting if we open up a store where we can dip women in chocolate. Hey, all day eating. Really would be.
Hey, well, I got a question for you. You talking about oysters and stuff. Did you eat the mountain oysters?
Oh yeah, I've done a couple of those in my time. Don't you worry about it. I've been up for many, many challenges over the years, including I've partaken in some peyote and all sorts of things over in the United States when I was over there as well. Found myself doing some very funny things, but I've got to be honest with you. The police officers found it amusing. I didn't realise that just to talk to a police officer, you have to have your hands in their little handcuffy things.
Oh, the top torch?
Yeah, you just rock on up and say, put them on, now I can talk to you.
Yep.
Because I see them doing it to everybody.
Yeah.
That's really friendly, involve your fetishes along with your job. I like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do they still have trudgeons?
No, I don't think they have them anymore.
That was very English, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, believe me, they had them here in New Zealand too. I saw a cop do something with a trudgeon that you just couldn't... Well, what was seen can't be unseen. Let's put it that way.
Right.
But now I know how they got so dark, those trudgeons. I thought it was just, well varnished, but yeah, okay. I get it. Now, Queenstown. We were talking about Queenstown. Now, this is a little boutique town, come wannabe city. And believe me, it's an experience just flying into the place because it's wall-to-wall wall. It really is. And you're in there. Lots of turbulence, all that sort of stuff. It really makes you grab your seat. In fact, one guy that was sitting next to me one day was so freaked out, he says, "Do you think the plane will crash?" And I says, "Don't worry, it'll take us right to the scene of the crime. You'll be right." Well, it's true. Anyway, down in Queenstown now, Shania Twain owns property down there. It's a little boutique kind of city where all the A-listers from around the world go to get away and just hide for a little while. Get away from their friends, take their mates. You got me?
Right.
Okay. So you never know who you're going to bump into. Kevin Costner was down there a wee while ago. Same with Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves. The list goes on and on and on. But I tell you what, guys, you don't want to bump into me while you're down there.
Why is it?
I'll throw you off a bridge.
Oh, right.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then yeah, I'll probably dodge you the whole time then.
Believe me, we have a thing down there called bungee jumping.
No, see, I'm not getting involved in that.
Dear.
Look, I'll say this. I'll hang out with you, man, up until we get to a bridge, and then you're on your own.
So you won't escort me out of a perfectly good aeroplane as well? I'm the very proficient skydiver.
Oh, no.
You're going to sit there and tell me you're going to push me out the damn thing, man. We're 30,000 feet there.
Don't worry, I'll clip myself to you. I'll watch you scream close up on the way down.
Well, I will pass out on the way down.
That's all well and good. But, you better not, because you'll be the one steering.
Kidnap them.
No, I'm good.
No, I'll take care of you. But believe me, I've been a very accomplished paraglider, parachutist and skydiver for about 35 years. So I've done it once or twice now, you know what I mean? And believe me, we here in New Zealand kind of think, if it doesn't make your heart race, you're not alive.
True.
Yeah.
But I can think of other things to get that adrenaline going rather than somebody pushing me off a bridge or out of a plane.
Yeah, I know, especially if it comes wrapped in a bikini, right?
Right.
Exactly. Now, we can take care of that as well. We really can.
We can put her at the bottom, though.
Yeah, put her at the bottom. Well, are you familiar with a Zorb? Have you ever heard of a Zorb?
I can't say that I have.
No? Well, I tell you what, and this is where the mankini comes into it and the lycras and everything like that, because believe me, going to be a lot of fun. We need you in togs or something like that, because it's a big, round, clear ball. We put you in, a bit of water in there, saves friction and stuff like that. Might be a few extra bits of juice when you get out as well, to be honest with you. And lots of alcohol before, like to see it during, and afterwards as well, if you know what I mean. And we just push you down a hill.
I don't know about that, man.
No, okay, we'll put some runners in front of you. So, well, you know, why the alcohol? It's priceless, the looks on their face when you go over top of them. I tell you what, I'll make sure that the mankinis are in your size.
Oh no,
Okay.
that's too small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Believe me, we've got a few. What colour do you want? You know, we've got a few.
I'll take rainbow color.
Rainbow colour.
Oh, you're going to be a unicorn.
Hey, it's going to be a unicorn.
Yay.
Yeah.
Matt's gonna be a fairy.
Okay. The only thing about the mankini is we couldn't quite figure out where to put the logo.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you where to put it at, buddy.
No, well, you see, with some people, it just disappears altogether, doesn't it? That's not being cheeky. It's been double cheeky.
Somewhere there.
Yeah.
Hi, Timothy.
How daring
Nice to meet
air
you.
of me. Anyway, we better move on a little bit.
Yeah,
Now,
you should.
at the same time, we would love to be able to... are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, well, about an hour and a half away from where we are right now is the original set of Hobbiton. And we would love to be able to show you around, take you to the wishing wells, the hobbit holes and the party trees, all that sort of thing. A lot of fun. Well, the rest of the crew can take you in because the security there, well, they know me.
Okay, so so we don't have to worry about if you don't go. We don't have to worry about being pushed in one of the holes.
No, exactly. But at the same time, you know those little golf cart security cars and stuff like that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, apparently I still owe them for one.
Oh.
Well, never mind. Well, we will take you to the biggest city that we have here in New Zealand called Auckland and take you out on the Hauraki Golf, go and have a meal, you know, take in the ambience, and then we'll get some work done as well. What do you reckon?
Absolutely.
Love that idea. Well, you know, if these guys do, so do I. Tell me about So Do I.
So Do I was one of the. It was one of the first songs that we demoed. We cut it as a demo, and we actually recut that song again with our new producer, which his name is Chemo Force, at CCB Nashville. And like I said, that was one of the 62 songs that we went through as well and narrowed it down to that one. That song's actually been cut. We cut twice. Once as a demo with another producer, and then once for the EP with Chemo.
Yeah, now, believe me, Chemo's from the group Alabama, right?
Yes, he plays guitar for Alabama.
Yeah, because I was kind of worried, you know, nobody would go to that forest if you're going to come out with a bit of chemo.
That's right.
I'm still waiting for Jason to process that one.
I'm still waiting on it too.
That look on his face was priceless, much like what it is when you roll over them with a big plastic ball and you're drunk. It's fun.
I guess.
It really is. Here at Galaxy 107 FM, unfortunately my victims today are a little stunned. They are. It is MercyShine, and So Do I. Gosh, it's hot in here, eh, Mark? Woo. It really is. Ours is about 34 degrees now, I win.
24
We
degrees.
went together.
Yeah, absolutely. 24 degrees, bro. It doesn't feel like we've ever had winter. Now, unfortunately, you guys are in Fahrenheit, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're in Celsius. It's a different deal. I would say
Oh, okay.
high 70s.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, probably right now because it's nighttime here. I'm in Surrey, Virginia right now. I'm going to head back to Nashville tomorrow, but yeah, it's a little It's a little cool out here tonight, but it's not frigid. Not like what you're experiencing over there.
Yeah, believe me. And in here, put another 10 degrees on it because of all the computers and everything that are running at the same
The
time.
light
So
playing.
it gets damn hot. Especially in the summertime, we get about 40 degrees at the moment in the summer times, which is blistering. I think that's well over 110 over there. And that's just fantastic, fantastic. And the only thing we have for air conditioning, I get told this every summertime, is open a damned window.
No.
They sacked the little girl that used to fan me.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I'm not even going to go into that one anymore. We've got past that. The wife is happy again. She keeps saying.
So how was the hotels and all when you have artists come over? How does all that work out?
We do that with you, if you know what I mean. If you've got specialised foods or if you've got medical stuff that we need to know about, we will go through all of that with you. In fact, we'll get a wish list of everything that you need, your requirements, all that sort of stuff, and we'll fit that to you, including...
So you can't put up 10 kids.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, we're not bringing over 10 children, though. But we'll make sure that the visas and everything like that are all taken care of so you can work in New Zealand. We make sure that the shows are all finalised, everything like that. And Barbara's very, very proficient at what she does. She really is. And I think she's on some sort of level with all of these venue owners right now. She's one of their little favourites. She keeps getting emails from them.
Is the pay decent, or how does that usually work? Is that up and down, or?
Well, if you want to
It
throw
depends on the
sex in,
crowd.
I don't know.
It's all about the crowd numbers.
Let's go back to the desk. Hold on.
Just remember, here in New Zealand, down is on, up is off.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell is that on there? Oh, someone said that. Oh, Molly did. Hi, Molly. What's Chuck? Chuck and Molly from Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, did we lose somebody?
Matt went somewhere.
I'm still here. Hold on.
We can't see
That's
you.
right, you're right here at galaxy107fm. I think Matt's decided to go off for a quick smoke. Or something like that. And I've got the absolutely fantastic view of Jason right now. Nice to have you all to myself, my bro. You know, Matt's sort of off there doing something funny, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing his thing, yeah.
Yeah, believe me. Enjoy, Matt, and I wish I was there with you having one as well.
Oh,
There he's back again. Now I got to be honest with you, Matt. I've only met you for a little time right now, but I've watched your sky go from blue to black.
What's that?
I've watched the sky behind you turn from blue to black, literally. Gets dark there very quickly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
And
it's
then
about
when
7 o'clock.
excuse me, when the time changes, it'll get darker a lot earlier around here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's as you can probably see, man, I'm out in the middle of nowhere right now. So.
Well, I tell you what, Barbara here can relate. She really, really can. She comes from a farm, has a farm herself, and, well, thing is, she won't let me ride the sheep. I said I'd even get a special saddle made up for the job, you know what I mean? Won't have a bar of it. She really won't, you know. But she doesn't mind holding chicken races every evening when she goes chook, chook, chook. These things come, man, they're fast.
Yeah, they do.
They are really rapid little beasts. I was sitting in the car one day and she was deciding that before we were going to go anywhere, she'll feed the chickens. And not a chicken to be seen anywhere in sight. You just couldn't lay your eyes on anything poultry until she yelled out some sort of magic word, and on came this chicken race. And they must have had about maybe 50 of these chickens come barreling around this corner, heading towards her. It was entertaining to watch, I got to be honest with you. I just wish I was a betting man. I would have had $1 on the one with the furry feet.
She has.
It was fun. It really, really was. Now, at the same time, guys, I don't know, should I do the 5 questions?
No.
No? The 5?
No.
Oh, fuck you, I'm going to do it
No.
anyway. Sorry.
Excuse me. Keep it seemly.
I didn't mean to
That
say
was
that. I didn't
unseemly.
mean to
I
say
had
that
to
at all.
blurt it out.
Yeah.
Well, it is Maori language.
It is Maori language. Spelt with a WH.
Yeah,
Right, like a PH.
yeah.
Yeah, like they say phone.
Yes.
Right, gotcha.
It's Whakatane.
And
With an S.
whakatane. Exactly. Or
Pōtiki.
whakapapa.
Mm.
Yeah, by the way, whakapapa is actually our national museum.
Okay.
Now, I was saying to an American lady not so long ago, you know, we have a little differences in our language and our understanding of language. And I says, you know, for instance, you guys say aluminum, we say aluminium,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys say flip-flops, we say jandals. And we have weird names for our places like Pakapapa. You know, she goes, I can't say that on the radio.
I bet they can't say it
I
either.
said, sure you can. No worries. It's actually our museum named Pakapapa. She goes, I thought you were being naughty.
Skifield.
Skifi.
Jeez,
Said, give me half an hour.
Tepa.
Literally, I said, give me half an hour.
Ooh.
Now, having said all of that, are you familiar with James Bond?
Oh,
Yes, sir.
no.
Okay, well, you know that Daniel Craig now has retired from being James Bond, but he did his final movie just a few months ago. He broke his ankle, 12 weeks off with a broken ankle. Now, that's a lot of time and money to the franchise owners, the managers, everything like that are involved. And believe me, don't forget, you've got to pay the staff, you've got to pay all the actors, you've got to pay right down to the hot dog guy that's standing there offering you sandwiches and stuff like that. So they all got together and decided, we want to change up James Bond a little bit. So they wanted to make James Bond a female. Now they went out around the world not so long ago, and the world spoke back to them saying, hey, listen, that's just not on. Ian Fleming wrote, James Bond is a man. Keep him as a man. Moneypenny is a female. Yeah, keep Moneypenny, but, you know, keep James Bond as a man. So, do you know what they've done?
Well, I don't know.
They've compromised.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gay.
All right.
Yeah, you know what they're going to call him?
No.
James Bond.
07.
All right.
Gotta wonder what he's going to do with his Walter PPK, right?
Well, I thought they might have
he's
gone
gonna
with
save
James
the
Bond,
world, man.
but you know.
Okay, fair enough. Now, guys, yeah, now a bit of politics. Now, here in New Zealand right now, I don't know whether you're familiar with our Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. We're actually going through the process of about to have an election. Now, much like you guys in America, you're about on the precipice of having an election as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I got to ask you, are you familiar with the British Prime Minister, Boris Johnson?
I have to be totally honest with you, sir. I don't watch the media. I don't watch the news, so I really am not privy to a lot of what's
Another
going on
sensible
with
human
politics, either here in America or abroad.
Well, you're going to be interested in this one. Well, Boris Johnson really kind of looks like an English version of Donald Trump. I've got to be honest with you. You put them standing next to each other in a hurricane waving around, they would look identical. They really would. Now, here in New Zealand we have Jacinda Ardern, and in Germany, of course, there's the Angela Merkel. She is the Chancellor of Germany. So you've got Donald Trump, Boris Johnson, Jacinda Ardern, Angela Merkel. Which is the odd one out? For once, nobody says Donald Trump. You know, everybody says Donald Trump. Well, it's kind of true. You know, he is the colour of his almost impeachment. I've got to be honest with you there. But believe me, I think that thing that's on his head, you know, what do they call that? What do they feed that? Does it sleep in another room?
Probably
No,
not.
it's put on a stand.
Believe me, you'll find that
right,
funny
and
when
it
you go
looks
back and
at
have a
you.
look at it later on in life. You will. You know, in 100 years, they're going to dig Donald Trump up, and that thing will still be alive, waving at them.
Don't forget the Trump era.
Don't worry, Don. I make fun of you all the time. You're perfect for the job. You really are. Apparently, they want a Nobel Peace Prize for him now.
Say that, I didn't hear you.
They want a Nobel Peace Prize for Donald Trump now.
Oh, okay.
For
Yeah,
Israel.
you know, well, good luck with that.
European
Well,
ones.
why not? I mean, Barack Obama got one.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't do politics, man, so I don't know.
Okay, well, this is going to be interesting because, as I mentioned to you there, here in New Zealand, we're about to go into elections. Now, we pay politicians to make the hard decision, don't you think?
Yes, sir.
They're the lawmakers. They are the ones that are paid to come up and keep these laws in effect. So when they get too hard for them to do so, what do? They throw it right on back to the public and call it a referendum, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, we have two here that are issues right now. And the first one is, and this is rather amusing, is the legalisation of marijuana in New Zealand. Now, I'm all for it if it's for medical reasons. Fair enough?
Okay.
Yep. What's your opinion?
Well, I've never really given it that much thought, to be honest with you.
I think it's a great thing. Well, you know, as it stands right now, New Zealand actually stand to make $1 billion in taxes alone just off that one product. But the problem is, you legalise this, now you're not arresting people and putting them in front of judges. Now you've got unemployed judges. How pissed off will they be? They don't get a chance to wear their black skirt every day. Can you imagine them standing at welfare going, oh, you know, I'm a judge?
Yeah. Do you know who I am?
Having said that, and we are talking about politics too, we are going to be interviewing a member of the opposition party very, very shortly, Tracy, former office here in Komodo, Ann Tolley, the former member of parliament. She actually was the lady who officially opened us, the Right Honourable Ann Tolley. Well, she's retired and Tracy has taken over in her place. She's going to be coming for an interview very, very shortly, actually. But we're going to be doing it much like this on Skype because of this COVID thing. We don't want to give her germies or anything like that. So we're going to do one of those.
You don't need
Mark, you disagree. You want her to get germies.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
Absolutely.
She's a politician.
She's a politician,
born to
so,
lie to you.
you know.
Yeah.
And
Anyway,
she's not Dutch.
Anyway, having said that, I suppose we should move on, really,
Yes,
shouldn't we?
we've
We've
got
really
this
got to
thing
get
to do
going
after.
because it's after 12 o'clock, and, well, I want these guys to explain to me how this made my breakfast show so consistently in the last number of weeks. That's where you'll find me. Now, to be honest with you, if you want to look for me, look at the pub. That's where you'll find me. Where do we find you? Tell us all about that's where you'll find me.
I'm going to be here and there. That's where you'll find me.
I think we need to go back to sheep jokes.
Probably.
Look, guys, I'm no good at sheeping. I really am crap at sheeping. I got to be honest with you. I lost one of Barbara's sheep not so long ago, right? It took me about 5 days to find it. I found it in a bordello.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It had half a dozen phone numbers and a $25 note attached to it.
It was welcome, thank you. I spent the $25. I bought them some food tucker.
So that's how good I am at Chief.
Yeah.
But you know, that's not where you'll find me. You'll usually find me at the bar alongside MercyShine, and that's where you'll find me. How you going, guys? You all right?
Yes,
We're
sir.
all good.
Nice. Barbara didn't warn you guys, did she?
I mean, look, man, we had fun. I mean, you know, we're honored to be on your show, and we thank you for inviting us on.
Nice, nice. And believe me, there's quite a few online right now. There's 5,108,000.
Sweet.
It's not bad.
Good Lord.
It's not bad.
No,
It's
that's not bad.
climbing. It's climbing. And-
So, you know, hey, let me ask you a question. Do you got a merch store on your website?
Yeah, there's one there.
yeah, I think there is one there. Yes.
You can get
Okay,
it.
because I'm going to buy me one of those shirts so that when I play out, I can wear it.
Oh, don't do that. Do not put money in my pocket. I dare you.
Perhaps you might need a large t-shirt.
What size do you take?
Double XL.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Okay.
cuddly.
Let me see what we can do for you.
Cuddly.
I like to eat, buddy.
Oh, yeah, man after my own heart.
Yeah, yeah. Once you see this video,
You know.
you'll have a look at Mark. You'd be about the same size?
Oh,
That's
yeah, once was.
Once was.
Once was.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm getting a little bit older now, and the fat's sort of going into other places.
Right, right.
Yes, it does. I know that.
Here's one for you guys. Just the other day, the New Zealand Radio Association, the big bosses for running the country, right? One of their representatives rang me up and they went, Grant, we're going to call you the godfather of modern New Zealand radio. I went,
Nice.
really? They went, yeah. I says, hold on, guys, that's just calling me old, eh?
You need to get him
No,
on a
it's true.
comedy show.
Apparently they think I'm old now.
Do you guys know a good comedy show to put Grant on?
Did these guys know a good comedy show to
Put
put
you
me on?
Yes.
Surprisingly, I got to be honest with
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I used to do stand up back in the day.
Sweet.
You know, so
Sweet.
I'm very comfortable doing, having a giggle, having a bit of a laugh, everything like that. I've spent almost 40 years in radio
Oh, you old
and about 37 years as an engineer. So, I've had a lot of fun doing it.
You know, man, I tell you, I try to treat people nice because there's too many assholes in the world, and I don't need to be out there adding on to the mix. So.
Well, exactly. Let's go back to the desk.
Yes, sir.
Somebody likes fish in the background. Put your rod out.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 21 after 12 o'clock. It is 22 degrees. We're going to get there, believe me. We really are. 24 degrees is my prediction today, Wednesday, September 16th. And I'm not alone there. My co-host in the breakfast show, she also agreed 24 degrees. So we'll see whether we're going to win or not. But I've been joined this morning by MercyShine, and I'm so grateful that these guys have tolerated us here in New Zealand. It has been an absolute pleasure catching up with you guys. And will you come back again?
Oh, absolutely, man. Are you kidding me? I love it.
You're sadistic, aren't you?
Very well, much so. Yes, sir.
I like that, I do.
Hey, I'm what you would call a glutton for punishment. So there you go.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, I promise to punish you then.
Well, you already said that you were pushing me off a bridge and out of airplanes and stuff. So
Oh, that's just the start. Don't worry. That's only the first couple of hours or so. Don't worry, that's your introduction to New Zealand. Then we got to, well, we should have you here for a couple of weeks. Don't you worry, you'll be fine.
Shark diving.
Hey, you know what? I'll just be happy to be there and celebrate a good time with all those beautiful New Zealand people, man. So.
Yeah, exactly. And believe me, I know where I found that sheep. I know the place personally. I do. I really, really do. Don't go anywhere, guys, because we're going to do a couple of things after this. Mainly, we're going to take some crazy photos that you can show your friends, stuff like that. We will also convert all of this over to YouTube, and Barbara will even make a movie out of this for you guys so that you'll be able to at least view it once and then dump it. I wouldn't blame you, actually. I really wouldn't. You may need psychiatric help if you watch it more than 2 or 3 times, and believe me, a friend of mine watched it 9 times.
Oh, no.
Him and his then girlfriend.
They do.
They're
right.
no longer together.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine either, but well, you know, I do feel responsible in a little way. I do.
No.
Anyway, moving on. Hang in there, guys. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Here's Thelma Houston. Don't leave me this way. You're right here at Galaxy. Very funny.